In the heart of an ancient forest, where dew sparkles like stars and mushrooms rise like towers, lived a hidden world no human had ever seen. They were the Tinari tiny people, no taller than a sunflower seed, with acorn helmets, petal cloaks, and thistle needle tools. Their village, called Bharipura, was nestled inside the hollow roots of a fallen tree, surrounded by farms that bloomed on leaves, nuts, and wild vegetables. These weren't just gardens, they were cities. A tomato was a fortress, a pea pod, a train, a pumpkin. That was the capital. Every year, during the great harvest moon, the Tinari worked together to gather and preserve food before the cold winds arrived. This year, however, was different. High on the northern ridge, an enormous spoiled potato had rolled down after a heavy rain and blocked the stream that watered their gardens. The fields began drying and panic spread. Without water, the entire food system of Bharipura would collapse. The elders called a meeting in the Walnut Hall. A brave young engineer named Rokko, with wild grass hair and a head full of ideas, stepped forward. "We don't need a miracle," he said. "We need machines. We move the potato." Gasps echoed. Move a potato the size of a mountain. Rokko assembled a team of specialists: Tikki, a fearless rope glider; Maala, a leaf coder who could write instructions on petals; and Dadao, an elder blacksmith who hadn't forged since his legs got tangled in spider silk, with plans drawn on cabbage leaves and courage stitched into their sleeves. The team set off. They carried beetle-powered gears, silk ropes, walnut shell helmets, and an old compass made from a pine needle and rainwater droplet. The journey took them through the Alu Gorge, across Snail Bridge, and past the webbed woods, where ancient spider webs turned to glass in the morning sun. Tikki nearly fell into a puddle, which to them was like an ocean, and Maala had to outcode a mischievous squirrel who tried to steal their chalk. When they reached the potato dam, it was worse than expected. The rotting tuber had formed a wall of mud, bugs, and tangled roots. "It's alive with mold," whispered Maala. Rokko gave the signal, using pulleys powered by leaf fans. They drilled anchor holes into the potato's edge. Dadao lit a heat beetle torch to soften the mud wall, while Tikki flew over to loop the main lift rope from the top. At sunset, the rope team pulled with all their might. For a moment, nothing. Then a creak, a groan, a shift. With a thunderous splash, the potato rolled into the deep stream bed. Water gushed again like music, and the Tinari danced in muddy joy. When they returned to Bharipura, the fields had begun to glisten green again. "The elders," declared Rokko and his team, the Harvest-On heroes. Statues of their tools were carved into carrot tops, and the great harvest resumed, this time with a new tradition, Rokko Day.